It's time for the Northwoods Cooking Show. Starring Uncle Roy and Miss Callie, the troublemaking dog. Hello and welcome to the Northwoods Cooking Show. It's our Halloween special edition. Whoa! And I'm the scary Scarecrow. Whoa! And here's my special assistant, the ear of corn herself, the corn dog. Ah! The corn dog, yeah. Miss Callie Alley's. Oh! Oh, Callie Alley, got a treat here. You gotta sit pretty. Oh, come here, sit pretty. Oh, you want to get in positions? Oh, turn around. Yeah. Oh. Come here. Oh. Yeah, oh, see, now you can see the corn. Yeah, oh, just shaking paws. Oh, yeah. See, you got it, corn. Yeah, got kernels here and the leaves. Yeah, she's a corn dog. Yeah, a corn dog. Yeah. Funny. She's a corn dog, yeah. She wanted to be a corn dog for Halloween this year because she got used to the state fair costumes. Yeah. So I thought, we could take and dress her up as a corn dog. Yeah, you're a corn and the Scarecrow. We go together, don't we, Callie? Yeah. So we're going to be making some Halloween treats. Ooh. And first, we're going to start out with an old traditional treat that I haven't made this in years. Oh my God, it's been a long time. I usually make it at Christmas time, but you can make it for Halloween or any holiday. And it's the old-fashioned Chex Party mix. Now they got so many new recipes for it and so many new ways of doing it and different flavors. It's just phenomenal. You can get so many, but we're gonna do it the old traditional one. And for this, you can take and bake it in the oven, or now you can do it in a microwave oven. So what we need is a half a cup of butter. And we're going to put this in a microwave safe bowl. And we'll melt this first. That usually takes about a minute and a half. And while that's melting, we'll make up the dry ingredients. So now for the Chex Party mix, we need 8 cups of cereal. And there's some straw in there. So I'm going to put in 4 cups of rice Chex. And 4 cups of wheat Chex. Now you can also divide this up differently if you have all 4 brands. I don't have the bran Chex and the wheat Chex. So you can put those in and you can just do a cup of each. So I'm just got the rice and the corn, and so I'm doing 4 cups of cereal all together. Now also in this we need 1 cup of mixed nuts, and 1 cup of pita chips. This is something new. You could also use bagel chips if you wanted to. It just gives it a little extra different kind of crunch. And 1 cup of pretzels. And you can use the little ring pretzels, twists if you wanted to, or any kind of pretzel, doesn't matter. It's whatever you want to put in. I just like the old traditional sticks. Now that's our dry ingredients. So for the wet ingredients, make sure butter is all melted. We have the 1/2 cup butter, and to this we need 4 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, which is a tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon. And then we need a teaspoon of seasoning salt, which is like your Lawry's. And then we need a teaspoon of garlic powder. And a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Bottom there, Callie. And a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. And then we'll just take and mix these ingredients up so it's all well incorporated. And then we just pour this over the entire mixture, all the dry ingredients. And we'll mix this up lightly. Just being careful, toss gently because you don't want to break the cereal and all the pretzels and stuff. You just want to coat this and mix it evenly until it's evenly coated. And then we just take and pop this into the microwave. Now we microwave for about 6 minutes altogether on high. And then every 2 minutes we'll take it out and re-stir it. And once it's all done going through the timing, then you just take and spread it out on absorbent paper, which would be like spread out a newspaper. And then just lay this on there until it's completely dry. And then you can put that in an airtight container and we'll have our Chex Party mix. So we'll just do this for 2 minutes, 3 times, and then stir it after each time. And that's the first 2 minutes. Now let's make sure we take and stir this up. You just want to constantly do this so that the liquid mixture gets evenly coated over all the cereal and nuts and chips. Ooh, that smells good. Now we do it again, another 2 minutes. Okay, that's the second time. Stir this again, and then we'll do it for one final third time. And then we'll just take it out and sprinkle this all over, spread this out on a newspaper. Now, if you don't have a microwave, you can do this the old-fashioned way, which was done in the oven. And if you do the oven, you turn the oven to 250 degrees, and you put this into a large roasting pan. You know, like you put your turkey in, or your water bath that you use for your candy jars. It's a big container. Put it in one of those. Make sure to spray it first so you don't get it all sticky. And put it in at 250 degrees for 1 hour, and then stir it every 15 minutes. Toss it around like we're doing here, and just do that in the oven for 1 hour. And you get the same thing. Just spread it out on your newspaper to cool completely, and you can store it in an airtight container when it's all done. It doesn't last very long because everybody will eat it up before it has a chance to spoil. Okay, now the Chex Party mix is cooling. We can go on to our next treat. We're going to be making Callie Allie's, the corn dog, some treats. Yeah! And we're going to roll these out into fun Halloween shapes, and bats and ghosts and pumpkins. And this recipe is a treat mixture for older dogs called microwave morsels. And this is a nice soft biscuit for older dogs, so it's easier for them to chew. Callie Allie can still eat them, she'll eat anything. But this is, I've given you so many other recipes for doggy treats. These are going to be for older dogs. So these are going to be nice and soft for them to eat, especially if they got harder teeth or losing their teeth and stuff. So, and they're really good tasties too. So for this we need 1 cup of boiling water, and I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of chicken base. This is my new chicken base. I love this stuff. I like the paste better than the powder, because it dissolves much nicer. I mean, when I'm cooking and baking and stuff like that, you know, and stir frying. And I'm just going to take and dissolve this in the water, and I'm just going to put this in the microwave for about a minute or 2. I need to take and heat that up. And while that's heating up, in my dry ingredients into the mixing bowl, we're going to be needing 2 cups of whole wheat flour, along with half a cup of cornmeal, and 1.5 cups of powdered milk. And then I also need a cup of quick cooking oatmeal. And that's 1 cup. Now we'll mix this together. And my dry ingredients, you know, I like to use a wire whisk. That helps to incorporate everything together. It blends it in very well, much nicer than using a wooden spoon. Because then you can break up your lumps too if you happen to have any. There's some powdered lumps in here, the milk. And the wire will take and break those up. Okay, that's nice and mixed. Now we need 2 eggs, and we want to beat these up first. It just makes it so much nicer and easier when you add the beaten eggs first and then add it to your mixture. It incorporates it much more thoroughly. So that's just 2 eggs. And we'll make a well in the middle of the dry ingredients. And to this we add 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. That goes right in the middle. And with that we can put in our eggs. It's 2 beaten eggs. And our chicken base. And just give this a quick stir. We'll make sure that's all dissolved. Callie, yeah, that smells good. And then we'll just mix this up for about 2 minutes. And then we'll put on the kneading hook, and then we'll knead it for 5 minutes. And then when that's done, then we can roll out and cut into shape. Okay, now we got that all kneaded. We're gonna put this onto our countertop. Oh, look at her. The corn dog wants her treats. Oh, she can't wait. And just sprinkle a little flour. Keep them from sticking. And these we can put right onto a microwave safe plate. And just roll these out to about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thickness. And like I said, we're gonna do these, we just got our regular cookie cutters. But I've got the Halloween shaped ones. So this will be kind of fun little treats for Callie. Look at her. She's already waiting for them. She don't care if they're done or not. So you got some bats. We'll make a few of the bats. There we go. And we'll just continue on doing this until we use up our dough. And then I've got some pumpkin shaped ones and some ghosts. Ooh, that's kind of big. That's kind of a big treat. And I got some kitties. Oh, kitty. Oh. That's too big one. We'll just do the ghosts and pumpkins and bats, and then we get these cut out, then we'll microwave them, and we'll get back to you. Okay, now, this is our second batch. You microwave them for 5 minutes on medium heat. Then we turn these over. Look at her. And turn the plate around and microwave again for another 5 minutes. And make sure you have it on medium heat, and then we'll be done with our treats. Oh, and then make sure you cool completely before giving them to your dog. Look at him. Look at her. Oh, the corn dog's all ready for a little bat. See, little bats. Oh, little corn dogs. Oh, yeah. Second paw, a double paw. Oh, how sweet. I think we got a winner. A winner from the corn dog. Yeah. Good ones. Ooh, scaries. Now we're going to go on to our other recipe now, a pumpkin dessert. Speaking of desserts, come here, the little corny dog. Oh. These are the little treats that we just made. And this is the bat-shaped ones. We had ghosts and the pumpkins, and I'll get close up and show you these later at the end of the show. But the corn dog wants a bat. Oh, look at her. Oh, get over here more so people can see you. Yeah. Oh. Crunch. There goes the corn. So for the pumpkin dessert, this is a really easy recipe to make. What we're going to use into the mixing bowl, we need 1 can of pumpkin. And this is the smaller can of the two, it's not the big one. Just a 15 or 12 ounce, 15 ounce can. This goes into our mixer. I might have to do this one for the Hennepin County Fair next year, because they got a section on Mix It and Fix It, where the contest is you take a cake mix and you add to it to make something different. So we need the 1 can of pumpkin. We also need 1 large can of carnation milk, which is evaporated milk. We don't want the sweetened condensed. You want the evaporated milk. Along with 3 eggs. Oh, oh, oh. And 1 cup of white sugar. And 4 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, which is 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon. Now we take and mix this thoroughly. We'll put this on medium. Start out slow so it doesn't splash all over. And just mix this up until it's thoroughly blended, about 2.5 minutes. Okay, now we'll take and use a 9 by 13 inch pan. And you want to take and spray that down. And we just take and pour our batter right into the pan, just like this. Now, we take our 1 box of yellow cake mix, and you just sprinkle this all over the top of this batter. Make sure you get the corners and the edges. And get this as evenly distributed as you possibly can. And I'm just going to brush this around just to get rid of any ridges. It isn't all thicker or heavier on one side or the other. Then, recyclables, getting full. On top of that, we put 3/4 cup of melted butter. And this gets drizzled all over the top. Now my oven is preheated at 350 degrees. And we put this all over the top of the cake. Now you don't want to mix this in, just let it sit there. Because through the magic of baking, it's going to rise and envelop and everything else. You just leave these in layers just the way it is. On top of this now we're going to put on 1 1/2 cup of chopped nuts. And you can use whatever nuts you want to. I don't happen to have a full 1.5 cups of walnuts, so I'm going to do 1 cup of walnuts. And I'm going to put on a 1/2 cup of chopped up peanuts. So that'll give it a nice little festive crunch. Oh, oh. The corn's in the window. Mill lady went by. Oh. Should I stir out? I told her she should go after the squirrels now. Now that she's an ear of corn, she can be in costume like that and the squirrels will come after her. Oh! She'll never catch those squirrels. You know she won't. But she has fun trying. Remember once though, she did get one by the tail, whipped it up in the air. It got away. Okay, now that's all on top of that. Now we put this in the oven and bake it for 1 hour or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. And this will be our pumpkin dessert. And we'll show everything that we got together for our Halloween special. Ooh. And here's the final results of our lovely pumpkin dessert. Mmm, nice moist. Boy, is that ever moist too. Nice pumpkin cake with Callie's little treats, the cutting the ghosts, and the little pumpkins, little bats, and then our Chex Party mix. So we hope you enjoy your Halloween festivities as much fun as we're going to have. So from Callie and I, happy Halloween! Okay, now we come to the question and answer part of our show, where we answer questions from you, the viewers. If you have a question for Callie or I on cooking or baking or tanning, gardening, etc., feel free to write us at the Northwoods Cooking Show at yahoo.com, and we'll try to answer your questions as best we possibly can. And we might even put it in the treat jar for Callie. Is that right, Callie? Let's see who wrote us this week. Oh, we gotta get over here in positions. Oh, come here. This way you can see the corn. Oh, yeah, the little corny dog. Oh, yeah, double shakes. Oh. A little back. Dear Uncle Roy, Miss Callie, I'm making black tea, which is best for a sweetener, Sweet and Low or Splenda. Signed, Jason of Maple Grove, Minnesota. Well, Jason, I'm diabetic myself, and I use a lot of the sweeteners too. I use the blue packet, which is aspartame, which is equal. Now, I like that because it gives it a sweeter taste, and you can put that directly onto like cereals and stuff too. The Sweet and Low in the pink packets, that gets real bitter tasting, and I've had that, and it makes your tea taste a little off too. But the pink packet one, the Sweet and Low, is good in your liquids once it's dissolved, but it does have a bitter taste if you eat it directly. Whereas the blue, the aspartame blue packet sugars, is much nicer. You can also use Splenda, and they also have a new one out now called Stevia, which is all natural. It has no chemicals in it. And that's good. You can put directly into your liquids or on food, and you get a sweet taste to it. The Stevia is good, but it's also a little more expensive, and your artificial sweeteners are expensive anyway. I hope that answered your questions, Jason. And for Miss Callie and myself, the corny dog. Oh, spooky, scary. Ooh, this ghost is too big though. Oh, we're gonna break that in half. That's a big treat. We like to say, healthy eating, be safe, and spread the sunshine, and have a safe and happy Halloween. Oh, ooh, scary, scary. Quick.
Powder your face with sunshine.